Okay, quickly here, because NBA talk is something we do, we enjoy, but we're not the experts. That's why we bring you in here. Nico, this general manager for the Mavericks, it is being alleged by a lot of humans that have opinions and are on the internet that they're trying to tank this team so they can get them the hell out of Dallas. Well, it seems like all systems are working in that front. You get rid of your star, he turns out to be an absolute beast still. Looky, the guy that took your team to the finals last year can still play basketball well for the Lakers. Yeah. They go to the number 2 in the West. Kyrie now, devastating ACL, which we will all obviously miss last night. Anthony Davis gets hurt in his first game. There's been picketing, protesting, and now mass exodus from these games from Mavericks fans that are diehard fans. What is going on in Dallas, and how do you think everybody around the NBA is viewing the current Maverick situation, Sean?
Boys, I think what's going on in Dallas is what was going on in the immediate aftermath of that trade that happened on February 1st is how did this happen? And I think Mavs fans in particular.
Wait, hold up. Did you expect the Dallas Mavericks to be in this much of a train wreck? They're stumbling through at 32-30.
I beg your pardon?
I said it's 32-30. With Kyrie Irving hobbling off the court again, man, it's too much to bear. Once the finals contenders to now a bandaged up mess. Kyrie Irving hobbling off the court yet again with a devastating ACL injury. Straight torching the Dallas Mavericks playoff chances straight up in flame. I said they're going up in flame. Pat McAfee has been all over the disaster, breaking it all down. How the Mavs are crumbling. Are they crumbling? Once a finals contenders and now a bandaged up mess. And it has everyone asking, what in the is going on in Dallas? Especially what's going on with this team. And I mean that. Without further ado, Lockbox Nation, we are live and on your station. Shout out to the subs who always show love. Let's lock in.
They're still dealing with it. And that conspiracy theory that you're talking about, that they're tanking so much that they're at war with their fans, that they are doing everything possible to alienate their fans is because they want to move the team. I've seen that conspiracy
online. Are we at war?
To my knowledge, Pat, there's zero truth to that. That's just not a reality.
Zero.
But the fact that that's even a conspiracy out there just lets you know how deeply
they hit him with the hold on now.
Extreme that trade was.
He about to get him.
A lot of people are on the league.
Wait a minute. Wait. First of all, you're not going.
Literally everyone in Dallas. I mean, you think about the Mavs and their fan base. Luka Doncic, a generational player, 25 years old, just turned 26. He's someone, and that's facts. The 77 jersey is going to be all over Dallas forever. He was someone Mark Cuban said once, I would rather get a divorce than to trade Luka Doncic. I wanted to retire Luka Doncic's jersey. And I know in talking to people on Luka Doncic over the last 70.
What were the owners thinking? How can you trade Luka Doncic? It's so many people who've named their dogs Luka, named their kids Luka, just named so many things to be named Luka. You probably have Luka rooms in Dallas. Matter of fact, that'd be a good little idea.
2 hours. I was at that Lakers-Clippers game on Sunday. He had no intention ever of leaving Dallas. He had just bought a new home in Dallas, for a lofty price. He did not want to go anywhere. You think of a player coming from abroad, they're very committed, they're loyal, and that's how he viewed himself with the Mavericks. It's like one team, one city
LeBron
forever.
With the master done.
And I think that's going to carry over to the Lakers. I think he's loving how the Lakers, you think about what the Lakers brand is, it's like treating stars like stars. It's Hollywood. It's making the star players bigger than life, and that's what we're gonna see.
So I have a serious question. Is the reason why the Lakers tend to get all these stars is because they know how to treat them, or is it backroom deals being had? I need to know. Drop it in the comments below.
Learn today. Hold up, wait a minute.
I need to know, is the backroom deals popping?
Luka Doncic, but for the Mavericks, I mean, this is just tough because Kyrie Irving was having an all-star. He made his 9th NBA All-Star team. He was going for everything. We've been talking on this show. I remember when I used to come on here in 2020, 2021, and he was getting absolutely crushed. You think about his decision not to take the COVID vaccine shot. You think about how his image started to go in Brooklyn.
Hey, tell me you in Texas without telling me you in Texas. That cowboy hat, boy.
Player, the spot that he deserves. And he was on track to get a max contract this offseason potentially. He has a player option for $44 million next season. You look at from a stats perspective, Pat, 25 points a game, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. He's the only player in the NBA this season averaging at least 20 points, at least 50% three.
Will the Dallas Mavericks organization properly pay Kyrie despite having this ACL tear? Will they do right by him, or will they treat him as if he was Luka Doncic and do a backroom deal in the middle of the night? Do you think Kyrie Irving will opt in, or will he opt out?
3-point shooting and at least 90% from three. And for me, this was a devastating injury for him. Sorry, that's at least 20 points, 40% 3-point, 90% from the foul line. Only player in the NBA averaging that.
And that's facts.
Got it. Yeah, he's having great 50 62
Pat
games.
McAfee had to save him.
But Pat, what I will say is his leadership went beyond everything, because you think about the deteriorated relationship between Luka Doncic and that organization. In a lot of ways, Kyrie Irving was that in between. And the front office leaned on Kyrie Irving, even with their communication with Luka Doncic.
Kyrie Irving was a cool, calm, collected composure of the Dallas Mavericks offense and defense, being able to communicate and also be that offensive engine when you needed a bucket, somebody to go to other than Luka Doncic.
And so that relationship had strained. They trade Luka. And now, yeah, I mean, Anthony Davis has been out since his opener, since the first game he played. I think his representatives, I think they're going to have some very hard. It's not out of the realm of possibility. That's the last time that one game was the last time we've seen Anthony Davis this season.
Okay, so because Kyrie's injured, now there's nothing to, he doesn't even, oh my God. This Nico guy's going to survive? He just has a lifetime job?
He's got multiple years left on his contract. I mean, in the aftermath of that trade, I remember I came on here and in the next few years, this trade.
It's funny how karma works. Nico was pushed out to make this decision, but despite all the dominoes falling the way they fell, is Nico about to be in the hot seat because you no longer have the players to blame? And then if Jason Kidd is off limits, who's the next guy up? It'll be Nico. Man, Nico might have set up his own downfall, pulling the strings in order to move Luka Doncic. Was the one who caused his domino to hit the deck.
It is dependent on the Mavericks going far.
And that's facts.
They've already been to the finals with Luka Doncic. So what else can you do besides get to the finals? It's winning a championship. That's what
and we're
Nico
not
Harrison
doing it
and the
this
Mavericks
year.
have set the standard of being judged on. And Nico Harrison, in his post-trade press conference, said, "We'll see if I'm right or not. We'll see."
Yeah, we will. It's kind of all unfolding right now, but he said he's playing along. In the long term, this is best for the Mavs, which feeds a conspiracy. What is the long term?
Yeah.
But you're saying there's no truth to it at all. But
put the hookah down, man.
Anytime, and he has a beer, this guy.
My boy said, put the hookah down.
He drinks a beer whenever he does something good. And then every once in a while.
My bad, y'all. I was late on that one.
Hookah.
We traded.
Hey, I heard a joke. Somebody was talking about Rob Pelinka was going to have a hookah station in his office. So whenever Luka wanted to get his puff on, he could slide on over there.
Players that drink a lot of beer and them.
Connor has the last question for you here, Shams.
Yeah, Shami, obviously, like.
I said it was the hookah lounge. Hookah.
Here's the number 2 seed in the West. How about the 1 seed, SGA? Is he going to be the runaway MVP here? They showed a graphic earlier today about him having, another 50-point game. Unbelievable. How do we feel about the Thunder?
Okay, so who are the players that you have up for MVP? Is it SGA, LeBron James, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Jokic? Out of those 4, who you got?
And are they kind of the favorites coming out of the West, even with everything Luka and the Lakers are doing?
People around the league, I think Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is viewed as a favorite or a front runner right now. I think you have to still look at Nikola Jokic. Giannis Antetokounmpo, I don't think gets enough shine as well. What he's doing in Milwaukee, just leading that team, the numbers he's putting up. But Jokic's numbers speak for themselves. He's having honestly, he might be having a better season statistically than he's had the last few years that he has won MVP. That just goes to show what Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's impact has been. The 50-point games, leading this young Oklahoma City team to the number 1 seed again, number 1 seed, and vying to be the best overall record in the NBA.
Has SGA scoring taken a new level and soared to new heights, being able to hit these high number games?
Period with the Cavaliers. And he was runner-up last year. So you think about doing it for back-to-back seasons. This might be the year he gets his flowers.
Okay, I hope so. Because
I mean, it looked like he's shooting threes now. That's all he had to do. Add some threes to his game.
He said this morning, SGA no more. He's MVP. He said last night was the.
All right, if you stuck around this far into the video, it is because you value NBA news and you want to stay up to date on all the latest news, rumors, NBA buzz that'll definitely keep you in the know in all those conversations that you have in your day or at work. So make sure you check out this video right here. Stay in the loop. Stay up to date. Holla.